This NFC West Division Preview Edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
A lot's going on, Sean.
Yes.
A
Well,
lot.
first off, breaking news.
What?
Happy birthday, Ryan Kramer.
You have the no air horn? No.
Oh yeah, I mean, there. Oh man. So happy birthday, Ryan. How do you feel with another year behind you?
The wife thought it'd be funny to just wish me a happy 44th birthday, and so then I had to do serious thought about how old I actually was.
Wait, you're 43, right?
43.
Okay,
yeah. She got me though. She was getting me pretty good with that one.
That is part about.
I was explaining the zero on the timeline. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, part about getting old is you do lose track of when your actual birthday, how many years. You gotta do the math. Yeah, once you hit like mid 30s, it's all feels pretty similar.
I think there's certain people that do still celebrate their birthday.
Yeah, that's like
non-females that celebrate their birthday.
But man, what a weekend! We were at the Circa for Ultimate Contest Weekend. Shout out to you guys and gals. I mean, a ton of signups. I know Circa's really excited. They did 1.4 million in contest signups in one day. That is insane. Crazy record.
Yep.
Seems like they are on pace to hit 20 million guaranteed in Survivor. Kramer and I got 2 entries in Survivor. We got our millions entry. Check out. We walk through our Survivor map, and one entry is locked in on that. The other entry we will pick week by week. But because winning Survivor would be awesome, but if we had a podcast where we walked through it and explained it, like that is the ultimate tout, right?
It's just a next level flex.
Truly,
we did this before.
Truly next level flex, and it was an awesome weekend too. Had a shit ton of fun, a bunch of great photos and clips coming out, but great hang. Got to meet a ton of the listeners. Shout out to everyone who came out. I know Big Cat, Faustino, Zizas. Who else am I missing? There's so many.
Lots of names.
Come
on, Sean. How dare you look at me?
How about you, Ryan? Do you remember?
I remember all those guys.
Okay.
That was great. Of course, the great.
Well, and again, a lot of times when I run into people, it's great, but I've also been having cocktails. So appreciate everyone coming and saying hi. Always enjoy chatting it up. And we know a bunch of people are listening. We see the downloads, but it's always cool to actually meet them in person, shake their hand, get to talk to them,
like
get their takes on gambling. No, it's you actually and a lot of times you see these people in the chat and then you meet them in real life. That's awesome. So really just great times. I know Derek was happy with our turnout, and yeah, it was great. So already looking forward to Ultimate Contest Weekend next year, Ryan. But we got games, got a little more tout on the preseason. Just destroyed the NFL preseason. Ryan, your team practice or joint practice unders, nice little comeback there.
You can't win them all, but we'll be back next year. Finished 10-6 over the last 2 weeks.
Can't win them all. You must not be referring to my locks, because I went 3-0 with my preseason locks. Hit my dog money line. We hit our 7-1 parlay we gave out that had Colts, Bears, and Ravens all on the money line. You're welcome, America. And if you watch VSiN, gave out another a similar version of this parlay where it was Iowa State on the money line, Hawaii laying the 2.5.
Well, from the college show, the 12 time zone
parlay hit. But yeah, and then I also had Indy money line and then Denver laying the 3.5. That came in, or maybe it was Baltimore and it was Baltimore and Denver both laying the points. That came in at a nice 16-1, Ryan. So it is, and just smashed the preseason to bits. It was just great,
and it was such a good gambling weekend. I did not
didn't even include the incredible craps run we went on,
or the hand pay at the slot machine with the camera crew there. But I didn't even cash in the smash 9-1 winner from the UFC from Gumby the previous week.
Oh, it is just
I didn't need access to any additional fun. I mean, I'm paid for all the contests with the craps table and the slot machine.
There is nothing better than
and loaded up some more futures and basically left with, a couple shekels less than I started with. Pretty strong gambling week. Now I would have been even better, but there was a little bit at the end there, a little bit of desperation at the end. There was Sean. The last crap session ended, and Sean kind of went on his way, and then some of us stayed down. There was late night UFC. There was solo roulette, solo craps.
That no good.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't worth the return trip.
I tried to flag that there was a guy at our table wearing a Cowboy shirt, and I go, Kramer, we got to get out of here. This is bad juju. We tried to play through it. It wasn't meant to be.
But he was playing against us, so it was perfect juju.
Well, and then Thursday night, that was when we went on an epic craps run where one guy rolled for 15 minutes, and then I wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden, I'm like, "Hey, we didn't crap out," and someone else is rolling. I'm like, "What the hell happened?" I guess the guy had to go to the bathroom. This other guy picked up for him, and he rolled for 15 minutes. It was like a 30-minute roll, and we had 3 numbers out, and it was just hitting number after number. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good session.
So that was a lot of fun. Just a super fun weekend in general, hanging out at Legacy Club again. Make sure you come out there to Circa, and anytime Fridays nights we're going to be out there. VSiN 7 to 10. We'll be out there this Friday for college football week 1. Although double check, maybe we're still 8 to 11 this Friday. Stay tuned.
I think we are.
Okay,
one more week.
One more week. When NFL starts, we will be 7 to 10.
The new schedule officially kicks off week 1 of the NFL.
Okay,
I believe after Labor Day.
Stay tuned, and anytime you're out in Vegas, come by and say hi. Obviously, check out the Circa, but after the show, great time to have some drinks and shoot the shit. So awesome, good to see everyone in the chat, and hopefully everyone had a great ultimate contest weekend. But Kramer, we got 4 more NFC division previews. Then we have college football picks week 1, 2-parter, splitting it up tomorrow morning. So. Oh, we just got so much going on.
Yeah, so basically,
so much real football.
Yeah, college picks Monday and Tuesday. We'll do a weekday episode and then the weekend, and then divisional previews, and then culminating with a Thursday night final prediction show. So, which I still have. I know I already filled out the VSiN guide, and I would never put something out there that I don't fully believe in. I think there's going to be some changes in my final predictions.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
New shit's come to light.
For what?
Just like Super Bowl.
Oh, the Giants.
Well, the Giants are certainly.
Don't you have the Giants already at 12-5?
Vibing in the right direction.
Okay.
I didn't have them getting to the Super Bowl though. So
okay.
Mistakes might have been made. But yeah,
you did have the Giants 11-6, Ryan. So we'll see. And this is, if you're new. Of course, we go through each of the teams, pick out our favorite bet for that team and a lock for the division. Of course, make sure you check out the 32 NFL team previews. Still plenty of time to check those out for the phrase that pays. 1 word per episode, 32 words. Send it in. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. Kramer, we have not gotten any handwritten entries yet so far. Or sorry, we got one.
I've received a couple DMs about something being in the mail.
Okay.
So we've received at least 2 faxes.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the fax machine right now to see if
people love the live check of the fax machine.
Have we received a third fax? But yeah, from my count, I think from my memory, at least 2 people have hit me up saying we're getting a handwritten letter.
Oh, awesome.
Which is always terror. You know, we don't know what kind of what's in that letter.
Now, Ryan, you are totally balanced right now.
Yeah.
272 wins. I still have 2 wins I have to remove.
I cleaned up the mess in the AFC.
Yeah, I don't know. There is one team in the North I'm going to dock a win. Maybe add a few wins to the Minnesota Vikings now that they signed Carson Wentz. We'll see if that impacts. But yeah, let's walk through it. So
what is Kevin O'Connell doing?
Why not? Why not Carson Wentz? He can
pedigree.
He can win with Josh Dobbs. He can win with anyone. The pastronaut. Let's start with the Seattle Seahawks, Ryan. We had them at 7.5 wins. I had them 9-8. You had them 7-10. So I'm on the over. You're on the under here. Do you find yourself adjusting this team at all?
So on one hand, you know, it is good to see them looking good in the preseason. The concern is, as I've been saying all along, is that there's 2 things in preseason games that you have to be careful of that can tend to be a little fugazi. One, running the ball. Going to be easy to run the ball generally. I mean, so Clint Kubiak comes out with, I mean, his running game looked really good last year for 2 games. So the fact that they looked good on offense, I'm fine with. It's better than not looking good. But the defense looking good to me came more from, and this came from me rewatching some of their games, or at least games 1 and 2. They were just doing things that. If you didn't know, the Patriots played the Giants in the preseason for the first time in like 3 seasons or 4 seasons. It must have been 3 seasons because they got mad that Wink was blitzing them. There's like a code.
Yeah,
the Seahawks were kind of doing that this preseason too.
Well, except for the last game, they kind of laid down.
They laid down like little bitches. But I guess my concerns are some of the things that they were looking exciting about is less to do with how Sam Darnold was passing the ball or the passing game was looking, and more to do about the effort and energy stuff. So I don't think anything changes for me.
Yeah, I mean, I got them 9-8.
The defense, I think, is going to be like, the defense gives them a floor.
Yeah,
and the offense, the path to them being successful is the offense being much better than I think they're going to be. I still don't understand the optimism. Jalen Milroe looked fun. Gadget player.
Yeah.
If Sam Darnold goes down, it's massive trouble for this team.
I mean, honestly, my favorite stuff is I'm gonna stay with you know what? I will knock them down 1 win to 8-9 because I need 1 less. I'm just kind of I'll move it from the weeks 9 through 12. I previously had them at 3-1. I'm gonna knock them down to 2-2. This team just feels pretty mid. I think the floor is decently high, but I don't think they have a massive ceiling because of the type of team they are.
The ceiling is that like Clint Kubiak has some sort of like giant step forward for his scheme. I mean, I think when you study coordinators, does the offense and or defense get better as the season goes on? And you can't find an example of Clint Kubiak being calling a plays, being an offensive coordinator, an offense that has gotten better as the season. It's a little bit of like poor man's Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, I mean, and the stuff that jumped out at me when we were doing the team previews is what I still like currently, and that is the Zach Charbonnet stuff. We gave out, both CJ and I had Zach Charbonnet to lead the NFC West in touchdowns at 65-1, and Zach Charbonnet to lead the NFC West in rushing yards at 75-1. I think. Yeah.
What are those numbers today?
Well, now he's 25-1 to lead the division in rushing touchdowns, at 35-1 to lead the division in rushing yards, because Kenneth Walker is kind of perpetually injured. He was dealing with stuff again in this camp. So I like the Charbonnet stuff again. I guess I'll re-give out the Charbonnet touchdowns, because again, when in doubt on these long shot markets, I'll lean into the variance of the touchdown market. But I mean, I don't know. I've always loved Charbonnet, and I think he's going to have a good season. I think he's going to be a good like best ball pickup. But
that's the ceiling case, because also, I mean, of course, Sean, ball knower, you know this, but Charbonnet basically ran this type of system at UCLA.
Yes,
which is how he, got into the. I like that. I certainly am drafting Charbonnet a ton. We've seen his ADP drop. Obviously, the prices have dropped. We've also heard the team talk about how both guys going to be out there.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like it's going to be an alpha dog situation. We've heard a lot of like kumbaya around committees. I feel like this. Bijan also saying Tyler Algier is more like a 1B. But yeah, I'm not changing my play, and I think the under on their points is still the best way to play this.
So you're on under 7.5 wins, and you like the under points. You had it at 389.5 there.
Let me double check that hasn't moved, but this is easy logic, right? I respect their defense.
Yeah.
And I think their offense could be really bad. And so, the idea that they're one of those teams that it's like, well, when the Seahawks score 21 points, they win the game.
Well, and also too, the Sam Darnold outside of the Kevin O'Connell career year, Justin Jefferson in a dome, everything breaking right.
Price is exactly.
I mean, if Sam Darnold has another career year, maybe I'm wrong here. I mean, I'm on the over just because I think their defense and the running game is good enough, but I don't think they're going to be a great team. So 8-9 feels about right for me. Kramer, you're a little lower than me. You're at 7 and 10, but you like the under 389.5 points.
And real quick, like just using last year's Saints team as a reference point. I understand that the players, you could argue the talent wasn't there, but I mean, they scored 47, 44. All right. So that's 91 points in the first 2 weeks. Then 12, 24, 13, 27, 10, 8, 22, 20, 35, 14, 14, 19, 0, 10, 19. Sean, they only scored more than 24 points twice the rest of the season after that. I've never gotten the excitement around this type of scheme, and it always worries me a little bit when a defensive minded head coach goes out and gets a guy that's going to actually listen to him and run the ball too much. So yeah, let's move on. I mean, I also like last place, but I'm not going to make that a best bet. Because I do again. I respect the floor of the defense.
Kramer, before we get to the rest of the teams in the division, like we mentioned, the phrase that pays. We also we're going to be running our own Survivor. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Survivor. $100 entry, winner take all. Very fun contest over there. If you want to get in, head over there. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Survivor. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. MyBookie, your place to get in on every sport, including MLB, WNBA. Well, come on, it's the NFL.
I was gonna say, relax, Sean.
Yes, it is the NFL, and of course, we got a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and a $10 casino chip. Terms and conditions apply. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN, and we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you with props. All right, what do we got? They did a lot of great work and continue to do a bunch of great work. I've been tweaking with my NFL model, ready to fire it up for the regular season. You can already get in on some of the NFL stuff. They crushed it last year, looking to run it back. Great start here for Rhythm, including Baker Mayfield on the graphic. 10-5 on Baker Mayfield props, a little 25% ROI. Get your 7-day free trial. Again, that's start up the free trial. If you don't like it, I will be very surprised. But of course, here we go. I mean, I'm looking at week 1 sides and totals. Oh man, this is, they even have some look ahead stuff. Give you an early play they like for NFL. Yeah, NFL week 1, 49ers Seahawks. We were just talking about them. Ryan, they like a total. What do you think? Over, under? What is Rhythm doing?
It's got to be an under.
It's an over.
No,
45.5. They think that's a little too low. That San Francisco defense is pretty banged up. And they lost a bunch of guys. So if this Seattle offense starts heading downhill, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get in now with the 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
I do think the idea that they are able to start fast with a win against the Niners there at home, that's fine to me.
Well, and they're going to be an interesting. I'm going back and forth in my head. Them as a home dog is kind of intriguing. I think they're certainly going to be up, but then it's like it's a new system. Shanahan, but man, that 49ers team, and we'll talk about them in just a second, but let's take a little detour here. Oh, we did have a question, Ryan. What's your take on JSN in fantasy? I know you're the fantasy guy of us two. I'm not in any managed leagues this year. You're a managed league guy.
I did not draft him in the one managed league I'm in. We just got through the 4th round, so that won't be happening. Yeah, I mean, I understand the excitement about it. I think you need to be careful of the bromance that Cooper Kupp and Sam Darnold apparently have. That would concern me a little bit. And like Sean's saying, I think if this offense is successful, it's mostly going to be running the ball. And so, I mean, again, do you think the quarterback upgraded from Geno? Probably, maybe
Passing a little bit less.
But you like him because the volume. I think the reason I don't like him in the 3rd round is there's others in the 3rd round. To me, you're drafting guys that you think can elevate themselves to like 1st, 2nd round picks.
Yeah, I'll say this.
To me, he's a 3rd round guy because his volume makes him a 3rd round guy. And if Cooper Kupp gets more volume than we expect, he's not going to be a 3rd round guy.
Yeah, full point PPR. I think he would be
3rd round. I'm fine with his price. I think his price is accurate. I just don't think he is. I think you're buying him at a ceiling.
Yeah. All right. Line. Yeah. I like him in full point PPR. I don't love him, but to Kramer's point, it's a volume play. All right, Kramer. We got the Arizona Cardinals. 8.5 was the win total. I had them going 9-8. Would consider dropping them a win just because of how bad that interception was.
You said you were going to. You're going to stand on your business. Or you're going to realize that this defense might be.
I like Jonathan Gannon's defense.
Can I also throw another thing out there about Kyler, or not as much about Kyler, just this team in general? No, I'm pretty close to the situation. But have you heard a lot of talk about the defense? Do you feel like people are hyping it up coming into the season, other than me and the Josh Sweat defensive player?
I don't know. I feel like I listen to you and CJ so much, and our buddy Rosenberg, who are high on this Josh Sweat ceiling, and the Cardinals. I think people have. I would say this: the advanced analytics, like the Football Almanac and stuff like that, they are pointing to the defense trending in the right direction. The problem for me is I have 2 eyes that watch football, and I still don't think Kyler Murray is that good. So I don't see the ceiling at 12-5. I think the ceiling is maybe 10-7, but I think that defense is pretty good. I like James Conner. Obviously I like their tight end situation. The schedule's manageable. I'm not as excited. I mean, you look at the back half of the schedule, though, they play the Rams twice. And that's why, honestly, I'm not docking them a win, is because those games 14-18 or week 14 and 18 against the Rams, when we originally did it, I was like hemming and hawing, but now they probably are a little bit more manageable. So I do feel better about the over 8.5.
Look at the opening. Look at the games up until the bye. I mean, you have don't slip up game week 1 against the Saints on the road. But then, I mean, Sean, these are some of the worst teams in the league. At least Carolina comes to your building. Seattle comes to your building. That might be a tough division. Tennessee, Indy.
I had them, and I had them with you guys. I had them starting 6-2.
I'll be honest. I came into this thinking I was going to take a win from them and give it to the Niners.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, you have 12 wins going to the Cardinals.
Because my thought is I'm now kind of in the camp that maybe the Niners are able to sweep them. But then you look at this again. You look at the schedule; they're going to have to completely collapse down the stretch. That's what I'll do. That I'll drop them down to 11 wins.
11 wins.
I realized it was a little bit excessive, but I still
11
like
wins
this
for the Cardinals. So which quadrant are you taking a win back from them? Now you're going to be 1 win short.
Yeah, we have a whole.
I mean, you do have a 4-0 quadrant, week 5-8, or 5-9, essentially.
Yeah, but okay, and that's not not what like I said. I think it happens down the stretch, and I think what we'll do is we'll flip that Spain game. We'll give that to the Niners, and so weeks 9 through 12, we'll drop them. Drop them down.
Drop them down. Weeks 9 through 12.
Or do I take it away at the end of the season?
I mean, they have 3 road games in those last 5 at Houston.
Yeah, let's go 2 and 3 down the stretch. I don't like them close. Again, this is a regular season team. I'm not sure if I like them in the NFC.
You're gonna have an interesting playoff bracket, Ryan. So you now have them 11-6, still well on the over. I'm holding my guns here at 9 and 8. Have them going the over 8.5 wins. What about you, Ryan? You have a fairly high ceiling for them. What is your favorite play in the team preview?
The Trey McBride yardage prop that I gave out 1250
16 to 1.
That's now like 5 to 1. And
oh my
fun
God.
fact, no disrespect to our spot, but my bookie has not reposted those prices. I keep checking my open bets to make sure it doesn't get taken away from me.
Wasn't a mistypo.
Yeah, obviously that would be my favorite, but no, I think there's 2 angles. Obviously the Josh Sweat defensive player of the year, 500 to 1. You can still find 300 to 1s out there. That's a fun dart throw. It's the Kyler rushing yards. If I don't feel like the Cardinals are getting as much coverage as all the teams in the league. And I haven't heard a lot of people covering, even on the fantasy shows. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about how Kyler himself is saying he's going to run more. 450 yards, Sean. That's the number. Still the number. Your thoughts?
No,
he ran for 572 last year. I'll confirm that that's still the number.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at it, trying to figure out how he doesn't hit this. To your point, I think he had a wake up call. It's similar to Justin Fields, and maybe
it's just like that's your game, bro.
Maybe not quite as bad, but Justin Fields clearly. Now, Justin Fields obviously kind of got humbled with the Jets experience, and then going to the Steelers and playing for his job.
475.5 now, Sean. Okay. Let's take the honest number.
All right, 475.5.
But he cleared that by 100 last year.
No, I mean the Kyler Murray rush stuff, smash it. Even if Trey ends up running a little bit more, but I think they realize, hey, when Kyler runs, they win games.
So he ran the ball 78 times last year, good for 4.5 carries a game. He says he's going to run the ball more. Let's say he increases that to 6 carries a game. I mean, all of a sudden, we're doing math on the fly. I know some people don't like that, but all of a sudden you've added 24 carries, to your season. Even if you average the same amount, you're going to smash this. We're going to play. Can we find alt numbers on this? Is underdog maybe would be a good. I would ladder. How high do you ladder this, Sean?
I mean, I guess 1,000 yards is probably crazy, and he's not a guy that's big enough to get the touchdowns.
Kyler to get 1,000 yards is 9 to 1.
Yeah,
it's probably not good.
Yeah, I think I'm just taking the over. I see.
I actually think the touchdowns are not that crazy.
Really? What do you think?
So Kyler 5 touchdowns is plus 115.
Okay.
Kyler to score 8 touchdowns is plus 450. I don't really like either of those.
Yeah, I like the yards. The yards is the way to go with Kyler.
So we'll play.
Give me that little tater tot. Gonna get a little of that sauce, and that's a fun thing to call him.
Now
look at that tot go.
I also have the division, and I think you should pay attention to that division price. I feel like we've had a lot of conversation. I feel like I had multiple conversations over the last 2 weekends in Vegas about how all over the place the Cardinals division price is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I also like that as well. If you're asking for more,
Trevor I'm pretty sure he's a Cardinals fan in the chat saying Kyler most touchdowns NFC West. Just in the NFC West, rushing touchdowns 100 to 1.
So yeah, who are you fading? Kyron, James Conner,
Christian McCaffrey,
Christian McCaffrey,
whoever plays after Christian McCaffrey gets hurt.
Well, Brian Robinson now.
Yeah, Brian Robinson. That's an interesting. Do you like who would you rather have, Ryan? I'm giving you a ticket. Brian Robinson Jr. most rushing touchdowns or Kyler Murray most rushing touchdowns in the NFC West? Who would you rather have at 100 to 1? Because I don't know if Brian. Let me see if Brian Robinson is up there.
It's a no-brainer.
Actually, Brian Robinson's 30 to 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to be shorter.
That's crazy.
Well, They know what they know about Christian.
They don't want the liability Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, look, everyone's heard about the issues with Mercedes. That German built Achilles might have some issues. It might be hard to find a mechanic.
Pop out.
Might have to go back over to Germany.
All right, so we're both sticking with the over 8.5 wins. You got him 11-6. I got him 9-8.
But to answer your question, Kyler at 100-1 versus Brian Robinson at 30-1. Probably taking. I mean, even then, I'm probably like, oh, that Brian Robinson prices just takes McCaffrey getting hurt. I think Brian Robinson could probably do pretty well there.
Yeah, I still like my Charbonnet the best.
Of course you do.
But, well, I mean, they were talking about long shots in the division, and Charbonnet looks like a really good running back, and it's on a team that who is just clearly committed to running the ball a shit ton, and the main guy in front of him is a guy who's had trouble staying healthy his entire career. So I don't think it's that crazy to play some of these upside Charbonnet stuff. All right, next up we got the Los Angeles Rams. Just ram it. Continues to be I don't even know what you would call it. Just concern about Matty Stafford's back. I got him 9-8 on the under. You got him 8-9 on the under, Ryan.
Are you still concerned?
Yeah, why would I not be? I mean, it's not like he's out there warming up. And now, for basically after the third preseason, a lot of these, most teams, they don't have open practices, so we won't really have any idea what's up with Stafford and his back.
You don't believe he was throwing unrestricted?
I guess I do, but the fact that there's been this much hesitancy and everything surrounding him, and that he has I just think it's a fragile situation that could go awry at any moment. So certainly playing the upside on them to get 10 wins, a team that struggled to get off to a good start last year, I think is kind of crazy.
I have a crazy, and I don't know if anyone has already started working on this theory or this take. Is Stafford going to pull a Andrew Luck and retire right before the season?
Wow.
Is that possible?
No.
You think he's 100% there? Back problems can be a bitch, Sean.
Yeah. This is like you saying Kelsey's going to retire.
What do you mean?
Well, the entire offseason, you're like, are we sure Kelsey's playing? Are you sure? You're certain about that?
I was asking if you're sure. Secondly,
I
it sounds like he was pretty close. That's why he got fat and didn't work out last offseason.
I think Matt Stafford is going to try and play. Unlike our buddy.
Who are you talking about?
Andrew Luck. Took me a second.
He had a backpacking trip.
Well, Andrew Luck, it worked out great because then he became Stanford's football GM and decided to hire Frank Reich, who is horrible. And
God.
The guy responsible for the greatest comeback in NFL history is horrible at clock management. Is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But horrible clock management. God bless him, and God bless the YouTube kicker for Hawaii. Sidebar there. But Kramer, yes, I think Stafford is going to go. I think he will be the starting quarterback week 1 against the Texans.
Yeah.
But that Texans defense is pretty damn good. And then you're on the East Coast for 2 games. Certainly there are some winnable games on this Rams schedule. And I like that defensive line. The young defensive line's pretty good. There's certainly reasons to be optimistic, but.
Well, we're giving Seattle all this credit for the defense.
Yeah.
And the questions about the offense. This offense has a much higher ceiling, and you could argue that maybe the defense will be, on level ground there. So I think that's where, like, to me, you probably have. This was going to sound crazy, but the Rams might have a lower floor, similar floor, because Stetson Bennett, like the people that are saying Stetson Bennett is going to be fine. I've seen national television shows, Sean, this past week that say, well, now that Stetson Bennett's good, even if Stafford has to miss a couple games because of his back, the Rams will be fine. What are these people smoking?
Ryan, you had Jared Verse Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh,
yeah. You also had NFC West at +230 because you already had that in pocket.
Because we want to be transparent. Early in the process, like honestly, if you go through my accounts, Some of the earliest bets I placed, Jared Verse defensive player of the year was like a snap fire after I won the rookie of the year, just as like a heat check. You get the slot machine, you get the hand pay, you got to hit the button a couple more times to see what happens. The division was, we were discussing this in the offseason. We're like, why are the Rams twice the odds of the Niners? This is crazy.
Well, they must have known about that's why they probably had the back.
That has corrected. I probably should be looking. I mean, I have positions on 2 teams in this division for the division, but yeah, I don't think I would. Are you still? Yeah. So I think now that I'm thinking about it, do I maybe give the win that I took away to the Rams? No, I think I keep them because this is going to look foolish if Stafford stays healthy, right? The schedule's a joke.
I don't know. I don't know if I would totally say the schedule's a joke. I mean, starting at week 13, you have at Carolina, at Arizona,
road game,
back-to-back road game. Then you're at home against Detroit. Then you have at Seattle. Then you got to go all the way to at Atlanta, and then Arizona at home. So I think the teams, certainly manageable, but all the travel is pretty tough, especially for a guy with a back issue.
I do think what is it? 4? They have 4 back-to-back road stints on their schedule. One of them being I do think that could be a problem. I also think that not having to really have bad weather games on the schedule is a positive.
That's certainly helpful for him.
So
I mean, at Seattle, week 16, it's not your typical cold weather, but like everyone's told me, the Rams basically won that game against the Eagles.
Would have won
even in cold weather,
if not for the weather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
you're saying it's even. They're saying that the game
they basically won.
Okay.
A guy at Costco who's a Rams fan had a Rams fan.
You ran into a Rams fan.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he was trying to sell me on upgrading my AC unit.
Oh.
But he then he was excited the Eagles
won. Big mistake, buddy.
Then he was excited that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And then he was talking to me how they were one play away from when I didn't correct him. I let him enjoy that fantasy. But we both agreed no one wanted to see Showtime Mahomes win another championship. And then he goes,
Showtime Mahomes.
He goes, but I know. He goes, I know the gambling world. He's like, the NFL got to him. They go, hey, buddy, we'll give you 300 million, but you're not winning the third one in a row. We got to make some of this money back.
300 million.
Yeah, the Costco
conspiracy. That's a crazy conspiracy.
Costco guy had a conspiracy theory. They paid Patrick Mahomes 300 million not to win the Super Bowl.
That's a crazy.
And I almost wanted to tell him, well, hey, I mean, if he's getting paid to fix a game, he's got to make it look a little more believable because throwing pick sixes to Cooper DeJean, back to throwing another one to Zach Bond. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, if you're throwing a game, you don't want to make it look that obvious, Patty Mahomes.
So I just went through the schedule as you were talking there.
Yes.
And I already kind of have a nice decrescendo as I have them finishing 1-4, Sean.
Okay.
2 and I'm not changing it. I'm going to keep them 8 and 9.
I think if they do have success, it could be in the beginning of the season. And I will say, if they do have the success, it's going to be because of Puka Nacua, who is just a fucking dog. And I got him offensive player of the year, 20-1. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the back stuff, but if they do hit their ceiling, I don't see how Puka Nacua doesn't have a monster game. So under 9.5 wins, I got him 9 and 8, and I may pick them when we figure out our playoff teams, and then Puka Nacua offensive player of the year.
You can still get that at 20-1. For those looking for the Jared Verse, I think the best you can find is 18-1 now. For the Rams, I think I'm just going to stick with the under.
Okay. Under 9.5 wins.
Tempted to play some sort of weird alt, but I'm just going to play the under. I do think the likelihood that Stafford makes it does seem low.
Howard Lee saying Cooper DeJean, aka Cooper DeJean, Great White Hope Defensive Player of the Year. Price.
No, come on.
No,
you're making an ass.
I like Cooper DeJean, but again, my homer play for the Eagles Defensive Player of the Year is Nolan Smith because he has a chance to eat up a lot of the sacks that Josh Sweat got, and maybe some Milton Williams stuff as well. And then with Jalen Carter on the inside, I think that creates some awesome opportunities for him on the outside.
I would call out the ceiling play that I would make is Kyron Williams. I mean, you've seen They paid the shit out of him.
Yeah.
The opportunity is going to be there. And with the back issues, maybe it's even more obvious.
You gave out Kyron Williams most rushing touchdowns, 100-1, Ryan.
Was that a typo? Because I believe
so.
he's in the like 15-1 range now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if
maybe that was a typo on my part.
It was 10-1.
10-1.
That doesn't
Does that
seem like
sound like
something
a
I
bet you would give out?
No, I'm going to go back and listen to the tape.
All right.
Or let me. I guess I can probably pull up my account and see what it is.
All right. Well,
I will say there was some. Let's just say next year in the early off season, you probably want to listen and tail some of the MyBookie plays that we give out.
Oh man,
they might have been asleep at the wheel with some of these.
CLV. Seriously, MyBookie.
Oh no, hold on. Yeah, it's 100-1.
Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy. That's some CLV. Now this is the kind where you wish it was a paper ticket.
Hey, shout out to Underdog. Have you guys been drafting some best ball teams? Best Ball Mania. There's a bunch of great drafts going on. Again, these are the type of drafts I like. Kramer, I know, is a managed league guy. He's in a managed league. I am best ball only, baby. When people say what kind of guy are you? I say I'm a BB guy. I love BB.
BBM.
Yeah. Best Ball Mania.
Yeah. You're a BBM guy.
Yes. Give me the most BBM possible, baby. And of course, love the pick 'em, and it's great for new customers. New offer: play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use the promo code SGPN. Kramer and I cooked up a little week 1 pick 'em entry higher. Justin Fields 42.5 rushing yards higher. Tua 238.5 rushing yard passing yards. Kramer, what about the NFC West? Feel like we owe it to the people. NFC West. Do we start with Kyler Murray rushing yards? We both like that.
Yeah. What's that number again?
Take a guess. Arizona's at the New Orleans Saints.
Well, I mean, we were just talking about this, right? Like he
says he wants to run more. They're in a dome.
He ran for what, like 40. So yeah, the number's probably around 4. I'll just say 40.5.
22.5 rushing yards for Kyler. Murray. Week 1.
What?
Smash!
I loved it.
Wow.
Higher.
Wow.
Higher. Kyler Murray 22.5 rushing yards.
What?
And then let's see if we got a Zach Charbonnet.
Do they have alt numbers?
Ryan, they have Zach Charbonnet to get in the end zone. I don't know if that's interesting to you.
I think we stay away. Let's stay away from TD projections. Okay. I think we should stick with
what about
yards.
Brock Purdy? We haven't gotten to the 49ers yet, but all his numbers are available, including 11.5 rushing yards, passing yards. They are at Seattle week 1.
Hold on, Sean. We're going to alter the Kyler. We're going to do an alt. We're going to do an alt number.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
39.5 yard. Is that too high?
Let's see
how, because you can go all the way up to.
Let's do 34.5, Ryan.
Okay.
All right. Kyler Murray higher 34.5 rushing yards.
It gets us almost up to 1.5, 1.46.
You want to play, you want to play Darnold stuff. You want to play Purdy. It seems like the quarterback is the best spot to get full coverage.
Do we want to go Rams? Is there something you like for the Rams? I mean, I kind of like the angle that maybe he's not 100%, and maybe you want to run the ball against the Houston Texans, and so maybe we look at a Kyron Williams play.
Yeah,
he was 100 yards, like no big deal. It's 74.5 rushing yards.
I don't know, that Texans defense is pretty good.
Okay.
Any other ones you like?
Okay. Let's see. So you don't like any other Rams? You like Puka? Do you want to play his receiving yards?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Is Stingley going to be playing him? Is that concerning?
Puka's a guy who's going to get his regardless. 73.5 receiving yards.
I'm just checking to see if they have any targets or anything. Yeah, no, let's go. Let's just go straight receiving yards.
All right. So Puka higher 73.5 receiving yards. Kyler Murray higher 34.5 rushing yards. Let's see, $100 entry would return you 438 over on UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
All right. What final team?
Let's go. We got the San Francisco 49ers got them 10-7 here, Ryan.
It was hard to throw too much shade.
Well, yeah, Katie is. When we have Katie on, we can only be so mean. I feel pretty good on the under. They're an annoying team because that schedule. You look at it, it is very manageable for them. But am I super excited about this 49ers team? They're incredibly banged up. But I mean, look at that. From week 10 on, week 10 to the end of the season, they have 3 road games. And honestly, I think the way to play them is, yeah, I don't know. Like the games are just so manageable for them. I do love, I'm glad I'm still in the under at 10-7. I'm not going to knock them down a win, but I don't know if I love them to make the playoffs or anything like that. I think them to miss the playoffs is actually fairly realistic there. Plus 154. To me, the Ricky Pearsall stuff is the most interesting for me. What are you doing, Kramer? You got them at 10-7. Are you moving them down?
I was considering moving them up.
Okay.
The schedule's a joke.
It really is, but they're incredibly banged up.
But it might not matter. Okay, they lose the first game. I think I was probably counting that as a loss anyway. I just think, even if they start 2-2, you look at the way the schedule rolls out after that. They own the Rams. Sure, maybe they lose to the Bucks, Falcons. That's going to be a tough trip for them. The Houston Giants. Maybe I could go the other way now that we're going through it. Get them down to 9-8. Is that crazy? The back half of the schedule though is so juicy.
Yeah, I mean that's why I struggled completely fading them, and that's why I got to 10-7. I felt good about it doing the team preview. I'm glad I'm not on their over.
Yeah, let's just hold.
I mean, because I think almost 10-7 feels like they're ceiling, and you're still on the under. And I'll just I'm gonna.
I mean, they could finish 5-0 very easily.
Yeah.
They drop me. I mean, I had them dropping 2. That feels aggressive. So I feel like I'm already slightly pessimistic on them at 10-7.
Okay. So what are you doing for your what's your favorite play for the 49ers?
I think all that's happened since the episode is just reinforcing the idea that George Kittle is going to have a big year.
Okay. Yeah. I like the Kittle stuff.
So, I think we just go ahead and play the alt.
10 plus touchdowns at 5-1.
I gave out both his touchdown prop, but the alt number on him to score 10 touchdowns is just, it has not moved either. So, that's the move. Kittle to score 10 touchdowns at 5-1. I mean, the receiving room specifically is what when you're saying this team's really banged up, you're mostly talking about the receiver room.
Yeah.
I mean, they have.
So I love the Ricky Pearsall stuff.
I just feel so good about the and like when McCaffrey goes to Kittle, the receivers are all banged up. Kittle. Yeah. Pearsall's a little guy. Kittle.
Dude, Kittle. I mean, you're crazy. Ricky Pearsall is going to have a huge
maybe,
season.
But for touchdowns, red zone, Kittle. So yeah, Kittle 10 touchdowns, 5-1. That's my best.
All right. I also like I like Brock Purdy's scampering ability. Brock Purdy rushing touchdowns 5+ at plus 135.
Whoa. Okay.
You don't like the Brock Purdy?
What does this world come to?
Oh, I've always played the Brock Purdy rushing stuff.
I just think of all for you to give out 4 bets on an episode and one of them to be a positive compliment to Brock Purdy just seems out of character.
I think he's good for 5 rushing touchdowns.
How many did he have last year?
5.
Okay.
All right.
Didn't he have a 2 touchdown game last year too?
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Did you hit the 2 touchdown game? Is that why you're playing this?
Maybe. You know what?
You have to warn the audience. It's like the thing on cigarettes that says you're going to get cancer.
Oh, come on.
You
right.
You got to let them know I hit a 2 touchdown on Tank Bigsby last year.
You better just be careful.
This year.
You better hope Tank Bigsby does not have a massive year.
This year I'll track all the 2 touchdown hits you have and just we'll put it in the old box and open it for preview season and just see if there's any correlation to the bets you like.
All right, Ricky, I'll just give out. Can you find Ricky Pearsall's receiving over yards?
Should be able to.
All right. I'm going to give out his over receiving yards. That feels pretty good for me. Kramer, what about locking it up? So
875.5.
Oh yeah, come on, smash that. I don't care if Juwan Jennings is supposedly okay for week 1. Ricky Pearsall over 875.5 receiving yards. Kramer likes the George Kittle 10+ touchdowns at 5-1.
It's also that one also protects me because I do think this team has a lower floor than people think, and so when our win prediction looks silly, because everyone knows strength of schedule is a myth, so this easy schedule might not matter.
And I do have San Francisco 49ers. Ryan, are you in on that bet as well? I forget.
Yes.
Most losses at 200-1.
Yes.
That is very fun because they do have an incredibly low ceiling. So I'll keep it simple. My lock for this episode.
I will say, since getting involved with the person we're talking about, my keeping track of everything has become much more difficult. I got stuff with you and him. I got stuff with him. I got stuff with you.
I got stuff with
CJ.
We gotta get a spreadsheet going, Carver. So what is my lock? Under on the San Francisco 49ers at 10.5 wins.
Really?
Yes. This to me is just, I think this division in general is kind of going to be down because of the injuries. I think there's a potential for like a really low floor for this division, and I will fade the 49ers getting to 11-6. Kramer, what are you doing?
I think it's the Kyler rushing yards. I mean, that's an insane for him to just do the same thing he did last year when he's been talking about how much more he's going to run.
That's why you stay tuned, because Kramer's grinding the tape, aka the Kyler Murray press conferences.
Well,
I mean, certainly I wouldn't recommend. I'd recommend less throwing, judging from the preseason.
Oh my
that
God.
tater tot. Right, we're getting plenty of comments agreeing with me over on Spotify that it was a horrific throw in the preseason for our buddy Kyler.
Didn't say it wasn't a bad throw. Said it wasn't the worst throw.
I said
it's a throw that happens in every preseason game.
that one stood out as comically bad, and I stand
ridiculous.
by it. Toss us a nice little rating review over on Spotify. We're trying to crush the charts over on Spotify. The announcement for the free roll football contest is coming soon. We do have the phrase that pays. We will pick the winner. And again, maybe even add a little bonus, at least $1,000, possibly more if we continue to get signups. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/phrase.
Did you decide when we're drawing it on the Wednesday pick show?
Yes. Wednesday's pick show at 8:30 p.m. And Ryan, it has been confirmed. Friday, 7:00 new time for our VSiN show. This Friday.
Really?
That's what I mean by Friday.
We got rug pulled.
By who?
I don't know the information I received.
Who'd you receive it from?
It was via conversation at Legacy Club with the person in charge. So
okay. Well, that's the same information I got it from. So
interesting. Well, one was there were cocktails involved in one of the transactions. So perhaps this week, next week we got confused.
Yes.
So this week 7 to 10, extra time. Oh my God. Extra craps time.
Yeah, let's go. Extra craps time.
This changes everything.
And again, if you're out in Vegas for college football week 1, come by and say hi after the VSiN show. Or if you're just watching college football week 1, subscribe so you don't miss it. We're going live 11 a.m. Pacific. College football picks week 1. It's going to be a 2-parter. So you're not going to want to miss that. College football picks part 1 and part 2. And you get it right here, Sports Gambling Podcast. Smash that subscribe button. Tell a buddy, tell a friend. That's how we keep this thing alive, growing, and completely free. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I cannot confirm that we will be talking about Nicholls State.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.